Let's see what are tools that you can use to scrub your model within the scrub modes. So you remember that in the scrub mode, there are plenty of tools, like 10 plus of them. But actually these tools, they are using these tools because these tools try to mimic the traditional scrubbing. For example, in some of them it looks like you use the thumb to press on the clay, or some of them is like try to mimic that you're using the finger and the thumb to pinch on your clay and create like that. So let's see how could you use these tools within Blender. Okay, so in the scrub mode, beside the interaction, the next one are the scrubbing tools. You can access the scrubbing tools on the top left hand corner. After you click at the image, you will see that these are all available scrub tools, which we will go to it one by one. Before we do that, let me teach you some basics first. Now you are at the scrub draw. This one is the default tool for, and actually it's a kind of generic tool for addition and subtraction. In any kind of tools in scrub mode, if you plainly apply it on the model, it will be the addition. But once you press the control key and apply it, it will be subtraction. This is the default interaction that you should know. Then let's go to the tools one by one. In the scrub tool, beside the scrub draw, which is the simple addition and subtraction, let's go to the first. The first one is the blob. Actually, these pictures speak a lot of things. The blob is to add or to subtract in spherical shape. For example, if I apply one click, the strength is not that much, but you will see that it will apply in spherical shape. If I do control, it's like push or pull in like spherical shape. Okay. And next is the clay. The clay is like, it's try to mimic traditional sculpting. So it's like you have a clay and you try to pull or push. If you use control, it will be push, but pull is to pull out the clay, and that's it. It's like arbitrary move. The next is the clay strip. This one is to push and pull, but it's not arbitrary move. It will use push and pull like you have a kind of cube and try to use a cube to push and pull. So let's see, like this. So you will see that it's push, pull and push. And that is the clay strip. The crease. In the crease, this one is try to grab some, try to make like you use finger to make it deeper, or you try to use your finger to grab it out like that. And this one is the crease. After the crease, okay, let's make the crease first to make a kind of hole, like shallow. After the crease, the next two is fill and deepen, and as its name, fill and deepen is try to fulfill a hole or hollows like this, or you can also make a hole or hollow deeper, and that is the fill and deepen, to make it fuller or deeper. The next tool is the flatten, and similarly to the picture, flatten is like when you use a kind of sculpting tool in physical world to try to make something flat. That is quite similar. Like I try to flatten, make things flat, and you will see that on the side, flatten thing out. And this is the flatten tool. Next is the grab. This one we might use it a lot because there is not a lot of tools that you can directly interact with vertices. And grab is one of that. Grab is when you apply some vertices and pull it up or down like this. If you score your brush down, you can even go to each single vertices like this. That's why it is very helpful. So you can do it a lot using graph. After the graph, the next tool is inflate or deflate. This one will not change the shape, but the tool inflate or deflate is to amplify the existing shape. For example, if I have this, I will try to amplify the existing mesh like this. Or I can do control to decrease it. And that is the inflate or deflate. And the next tool is layer. For the layer tool, this tool is to both extrude an area and then lift it up. So let's see. So if I apply the layer to this area, you will see that this area is both extrude and lift it up. And it quite depends on your strength. So if I do Shift S to reduce the strength and do the layer, you will see that the level of the extrusion will be like a lot lower. At the same time, you can do the control to make it deeper, like this for the layer. So it's both extrude and lift it to another level.